The first obstacle that musical theater students face is their own sense of self-trust and self-identity. It all comes, musical theater is a vehicle of the person. Yeah, so it has to come from them innately. They have to trust themselves, and they have to surrender what they know and what they don't know and try new things all the time. The problem for young musical theater students is that they try to replicate what they think they should do, how they think they should sound, and how they think they should behave. And they don't actually do what they believe, how they know it, and how they can show it. Because theater is no different than any other art form. It's about showing who you are clearly, your point of view as an artist, not someone else's point of view. I think that a good technique for yourself is learning how to blend all of your techniques. You have to learn multiple versions of multiple techniques so that when you get to go doing your work, you can blend them. So, Stanislavski says that I believe in imaginary circumstances, basically. Meisner likes to say, I believe in realism. Yeah. So what I believe to be true is that a blend of both is actually really quite helpful when working in musical theater. Because if you heighten the possibilities of what can happen in imaginary circumstances, Stanislavski, and you take how you know it and your own sense of being and blend the two, you automatically heighten the sense of possibility for what can happen. It's about expanding the opportunity in the imaginary circumstance and the possibility, but being true to how you perceive and receive the text, the music, and the vocal line so that you give it to us as an audience very clearly. So part of what I did was I looked at a Hedwig example, if I were to approach it now. And part of my who example for them was that who I am, me, David, as an actor, would look at that song as experienced in my past. That is not something I can do right now. It's something that I would see myself doing as a younger person, when I was like 26 and I had less fear. Does that make sense? But from the character's point of view, I look at it as happening immediately. It happens now. It's me as an artist saying, go back to that sensation of what it felt like to be that age, what it felt like to be that fearless, what it felt like to hold that moment. But for the actor playing the role in that moment of the character, it's all about now. That's the difference. I always start with the text. The text is the most important place to start because it tells you exactly what is occurring, what is actual, and what are your given circumstances. It tells you everything you need to know right there in the text. And then you look at the author, the writer's vocal line, and you say, how does that elevate or serve the text? I look at that as a singer and say, how can I shape those phrases so they're really clear for me? Yeah. And then I start to look at imaginary circumstance, I start to look at given circumstance. And I try to blend the two things in me as an actor so that for me they feel real and clear. So that I can translate it to you as an audience as a real viable moment, so that when I give it to you, it's so clear from my point of view as an actor, as an artist. First of all, it's about bringing yourself to the table. You bring you clearly as an open vessel to the table. That's the first step. That requires trust, and that requires surrendering what you don't need to bring. Okay, does that make sense? Then you look at what is your intention for your work. Are you trying to impress people, or are you trying to do really good work? The other thing is that the body, the voice, must be trained together. You must learn to incorporate the whole body with the voice as one vehicle, because this is how we see your work. You don't hear me speaking just as a voice, you see me. That requires studying, that requires technique, that requires hours of work. It's your job to bring you, that version of you, to the table. Otherwise, no one else can help you shape it. Make sense? Thanks, ProJazz. We'll see you later.